All right, let's dive into one of the most epic stories of divine intervention you'll ever hear, the Dashavatara. And this isn't just some list of 10 cool figures. It's a huge cosmic story about balance, chaos, and restoration that plays out over and over again across the ages. And really, it all comes down to this one simple, powerful rule. This one sentence is basically the key that unlocks the whole thing. It sets the stage for why these incredible beings show up, time and time again. So, what does that word Dashavatara even mean? Well, let's break it down. It's from Sanskrit. Dasha means 10, and avatara means descent, or incarnation. So, we're talking about the 10 primary forms of Vishnu, the great preserver, who steps into our world when things are about to go sideways.
So that leads us right into our first big idea here, the divine rule. What is the fundamental principle that actually, triggers these appearances?
The main thing you gotta get is that these descents are not random at all. They happen for a very specific reason, to restore what's called dharma, that's cosmic order, to protect those who are devoted, and, well, to essentially hit a giant cosmic reset button when the world gets thrown completely out of whack.
All right, let's go way back to the very beginning with the first group of avatars. We're calling them the primordial saviors. And these are, well, they're epic, foundational beings operating on a scale that is just mind-bogglingly cosmic.
First up, we have Matsya, the fish. Now imagine this. A catastrophic, world-ending flood is coming, threatening to wipe out literally everything. So Vishnu appears as this gigantic fish. He guides a boat carrying Manu, the first man, all the great sages, and the seeds of all life safely through the storm. He's literally preserving the source code of creation.
Next, we've got Kurma, the tortoise. So, you have the gods and demons, and they're churning the cosmic ocean to get the nectar of immortality. But the mountain they're using as a churning rod, it starts sinking. So what happens? Vishnu becomes a colossal tortoise, dives down, and places the entire mountain on his back, providing this incredibly stable foundation. He is stability, personified.
Then comes Varaha, the boar. This time, a powerful demon drags the earth itself, the goddess Bhumi, down to the very bottom of the cosmic ocean. Vishnu takes on this immensely powerful boar form, battles the demon, and then triumphantly lifts the earth from the dark depths on his tusks. It's this powerful, powerful image of rescuing the world from chaos.
Okay, now this next one is where things get really clever. There's this demon king, Hiranyakashipu, and he's got a boon that makes him almost invincible. He can't be killed by a man or a beast, not inside or outside, not during the day or at night. So Vishnu appears as Narasimha, that's half man, half lion, at dusk, which is neither day nor night, on the threshold of a doorway, neither inside nor out. He's a brilliant solution to an impossible problem, showing how divinity will always find a way to protect devotion.
Okay, so the story starts to shift here. The scale changes. We move into a new phase we can call avatars among us, where the divine forms start looking a lot more like us, and they interact directly in the world of mortals.
We start with Vamana, the dwarf. There's this good, virtuous king named Bali who has managed to conquer all 3 worlds. But this actually throws the whole cosmic order out of balance. So Vishnu shows up as a humble little dwarf and asks for just 3 steps of land. Bali, thinking it's no big deal, agrees. And that's when Vamana expands to a cosmic size, covering the entire earth and heavens in just 2 steps. And with the 3rd, he restores the balance of the universe. Following him is Parashurama, the warrior with an axe. And here, whoa, the whole vibe changes. The world is being plagued by these corrupt, arrogant kings, and Parashurama is the embodiment of righteous fury. He takes this intense vow to cleanse the earth of their oppression, and he shows us that sometimes restoring dharma, it demands fierce, uncompromising action.
The 7th avatar is Rama, the ideal man, the hero of the great epic, the Ramayana. I mean, his whole story is about duty, honor, and righteousness. He goes on this epic quest to rescue his wife Sita from the demon king Ravana. Rama really represents the perfect king, the ideal way to live a life of justice and compassion.
And then we have Krishna. He's maybe the most multifaceted, most complex avatar of them all. He's a mischievous child, a divine lover, a kingmaker, and most famously, he's the wise guide to the warrior Arjuna in the epic Mahabharata. It's right there, on the battlefield, that he delivers the Bhagavad Gita, one of the most profound spiritual texts in the world.
So you might think that's where it stops, right? A pretty epic story so far.
But no, the story doesn't end there. The cycle keeps going and it brings us right up to the present and even into the future.
And this is where it gets super interesting, because not everyone agrees on who the ninth avatar is. This shows you that this is a living, breathing tradition. For instance, in some traditions like Gaudiya Vaishnavism, the Buddha is seen as the ninth avatar. Others reorder the list a bit. And in some regions like Maharashtra in India, the local deity Vitoba is considered the one. This flexibility is what's so cool. It shows how this core idea can adapt and fit into different cultures.
And that brings us to the future, to the avatar who is yet to come. The 10th and final avatar is Kalki. It's prophesied that he will arrive at the very end of our current age, the Kali Yuga, which is known as the Age of Conflict. He's the warrior on a white horse, the one who's going to end this final wave of injustice and chaos. But his arrival isn't just an ending, it's a total reset. It ushers in a brand new golden age, the Satya Yuga, and this whole grand cosmic cycle, it starts all over again.
So what are we supposed to make of all this? When you step back and look at the whole picture, from a fish all the way to a future warrior on a horse, you start to see something more. You see an incredible unfolding parable.
Now check this out, because this is a really fascinating interpretation. Some modern thinkers looked at this sequence and saw a parable of evolution, and you can see it right here. Look at the progression. It starts with aquatic life, the fish. Then it moves to amphibious life, the tortoise. Then a pure land animal, the boar. After that comes a transitional being, half animal, half human, in narasimha. And then you get the stages of humanity, from an early developing human in vamana to the ideal perfected human in rama. It's kind of like a symbolic map of life's journey toward higher and higher consciousness.
So it's pretty clear this is so much more than just a sequence of stories, right? It's a grand narrative about the universe always trying to find its balance, with divine help showing up in whatever form is needed most for that specific age. And that leaves us with a really big question to chew on. If this is a story of divine forms for every age, what does a story like that mean for us, right here, right now?